This is breaking. Supreme Court blocks Buhari CBN from banning old Naira notes. Oh boy, this is serious. The Supreme Court on Wednesday temporarily halted a move by the federal government to ban the use of the old Naira note from February 10, 2023. A seven-member panel led by the Justice John Okoro halted the move of the federal government in a ruling in an ex parte application brought by three northern states of Kaduna, Kogi, and northern state governors of Kaduna, Kogi, and Zamfara. The three states had specifically applied for an order of interim injunction restraining the federal government through the Central Bank of Nigeria or the commercial banks from suspending or determining or ending on February 10, 2023. The time frame with which the now older version of the 200, 500, and 1,000 Naira denominations of the Naira may no longer be legal tender, pending the hearing and determination of their motion on notice for interlocutory injunction. Moving the application on Wednesday, counsel to the applicant, Mr. A.I. Mustafa San, had urged the Apex Court to grant the application in the interest of justice and the well-being of Nigeria. He stated that the policy of the government had led to an excruciating situation that is almost leading to anarchy in the land. While he referred to a Central Bank of Nigeria CBN statistics which put the number of people who don't have bank accounts at over 60%, Mustafa lamented that the few Nigerians with bank accounts can't even access their monies from the bank as a result of the policy. The senior lawyer further argued that unless the Supreme Court intervenes, the situation will lead to anarchy because most banks are already closing operations. Delivering ruling in the motion, Judge Okoro held that after a careful consideration of the motion ex parte, this application is granted as prayed. An order of interim injunction restraining the federal government through the Central Bank of Nigeria or the commercial bank from suspending or determining or ending on Friday 10, 2023. The time frame with which the new older version of the 200, 500, and 1,000 Naira note denomination of the Naira may no longer be legal tender, pending the hearing and determination of their motion on notice for interlocutory conjunction. He accordingly adjourned to February 15 for hearing of the same suit. Can you imagine? So Supreme Court judge has now answered the prayers of those northern governors, the governor of Zamfara, the governor of Kaduna, and the governor of Kogi State. I'm sure Kaduna State Governor El-Rufai must have led that effort. Okay, and now their prayer has been granted. Initially, they didn't want the government to, continue to continue this issue of Naira exchange deadline that will be on the February 10th, which is just a few days from now. Okay, so they wanted a shift to go forward for the time being so that the lives of Nigerians can have peace a bit. But people were blaming them that, look, you are fighting for Naira now because you need it to buy votes. Ordinarily, you will not fight for Nigerians. They don't have the interest of Nigerians at heart. All right. When ASU was at home for 8 months and children were at home, they couldn't go to school. What did you do? Because all your children are abroad schooling. All right. You didn't do anything. Now, because this one is affecting them directly, that is why they're standing up as if they love Nigerians so much. I just can't believe this. Well, we agreed. That's fine. But the question is, I hope, because already we have a story here that APC in Kano has amassed about 22.5 billion Naira cash of the old notes that they want to use for vote buying. It's there in Kano and they don't know how to use it. And all of these things is the reason Tinubu is saying that they are doing the Naira stuff to frustrate his ambition, to frustrate his effort, because he's planned for rigging, he's planned for election or vote buying. Okay, but it's quite unfortunate that that politicians don't have the interest of people at heart. Rather, they put their own interest first. How long are we going to continue like this? How long are we going to continue like this? Somebody said these useless northern governors never went to court to protest raper, kidnapping, killer, herdsmen, all right, taking over farmland, schools, and highways. They never went to court to challenge ASU or federal government to stop strike. They never went to court to protest scarcity of petrol since November 22 and cost 600 naira per liter, while diesel is 850 naira per liter. They did not go to court to help Nigerians protest paying very high for darkness to get money to buy vote. They have gone to court. That is the problem. Because they want to buy vote. That is what they want to do. So it is disrespectful to describe the governors in the manner you did. These governors you badmouthed were in fact the frontliners in the fight against terrorists in the north. They committed huge resources into the fight, and I know all of them wanted to do more, but for constitutional limitation. Also, would going to court stop terrorists from killing innocent souls? Making insightful comment will not take us anywhere. Let all of us think of what we can do individually that can unify and aid our development. Shut up. So all of us, what can you do? Look at this government that does not listen to anybody. The first commenter that said they went to court for their selfish interest for vote buying is very, very correct. And all his analysis is very, very correct. So this second one that is talking about trying to protect or cover the governors, I don't understand what he's saying. Okay? Because the politicians never had the interest of the masses at heart, left, right, and center. That is the truth about it. They don't have the interest of Nigerians at heart. They really don't have the interest of Nigerians at heart. So let's not go there. Let's not go there. Somebody say, I agree with you. They say they saying this move is for the interest of Nigeria is just a pretext. That's correct. It's not correct. Right? They don't know. They don't have the interest of Nigerians at heart. They don't. Somebody say, while I appreciate the intervention of the governors, I want a further action taken to minimize our plight at this time. CBN and the banks are destroying the economy with cash scarcity. POS cannot get more than 20,000 naira per day, sometimes only 10,000. So we pay 200 to 300 to get 1,000. What we used to pay for 15,000. Somebody need to stop CBN before they kill off the major part of the poor masses. No wahala now. I know that the thing is biting everybody and the thing is tough. But the problem is that both the three governors, all the politicians in Nigeria don't have the interest of Nigerians at heart. Let's just be aware of that. So thank you for listening. And this is the situation we are in now. The Supreme Court has restrained the CBN and the federal government from this deadline of old Naira notes being valid for spending in Nigeria. So that deadline of February 10 now is no longer valid, and now the old and the new notes will continue to exist side by side till further notice. That is what this court judgment is saying. So the court has stopped Buhari and CBN from banning old Naira notes as at this moment. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.